Happy New Year. I hope you had a tremendous 2015 and I hope you have an even better 2016 planned. I wanted to just let you know that I'm thinking about you as we head into the new year and hoping that we will get an opportunity to work together this year, either through one of my courses online or one of my live events, or if you're doing something online that you want us to participate in, I hope you will reach out to us and let us know how we can support you. I think sometimes when you follow people online, when you follow them in your career, you admire them, you respect them, sometimes it's hard to put in perspective that how is this person successful, and I wonder if they've ever had anything tough happen to them and how they dealt with it. So of course, most of you, if you've been on my list for a while, you know the first thing that I usually talk about when it comes to my success is my mother. And the fact that I lost my mother at age 16, unexpectedly, did not have a disease, wasn't sick, just died one night, and it was devastating. And I've never had anything like that happen to me in my life, and it certainly didn't anticipate that happening to me at age 16. Now, I don't know about you and what kind of loss you've had in your life, but at 16, losing my mother was the last thing that I ever thought would happen to me, ever. And there are days now, and I know it sounds really strange, there are days now where I still can't believe it. There are days now that I wake up and I still think this is a dream, which I know sounds really strange, but there are those days when I'm just like, I can't even believe this is happening, or I can't believe that this happened to me. But when I was 16, I really had to make a decision, and really it was at age 16 that I realized that our lives, whatever they become, are about the decisions that we make. So there I am at age 16 with big decisions in front of me, right? And you may say, well, what kind of decision did you have to make at 16? I had to decide who I was going to be. I literally didn't know that that's what I was doing at the time, but as I got older and I started to learn more about manifestation and I started to learn more about self-improvement and personal development, I realized that I was making some decisions at age 16 and 17 that would change me for the rest of my life. I made what I believe were the three most important decisions in my life. Number one, that I was going to constantly explore my relationship with God and what spirituality meant for me. That was the first decision that I made. I was the kid who was in church every single day for most of my life, 3 times on Sunday, but that was just because that's what we did in my household. It wasn't because I truly understood what it meant to have a relationship with God. So my first decision, as I'm in all this pain about my mother's death, was to seek God, was to say, okay, I'm going to stay on this path and we'll see what happens. I may not believe the things that I believe at 16 when I'm 30 or 40 or whatever, but I'm going to seek God. That was the first decision that I made. The second decision I made was to pursue education. I knew I was going to college because I was an athlete. So I knew I was going to ultimately, if I stayed healthy, I was going to get a college scholarship and I was going to be able to play basketball, travel the world, and all those great things. And that's actually what happened because I made the decision to pursue education. And then the third thing I decided to do was to follow my intuition. I don't know that I knew the word intuition when I was 16 years old, but I remember my mother always saying to me, listen to yourself. You got good sense. She would always say that. Listen to yourself. You got good sense. That's what her generation would always say. And that always stuck with me. The fact that she was telling me, you know better. You know better. You know what to do. In situations, you will know what to do. And so those were the 3 decisions that I made at age 16 that really changed my life. Now, I'm not saying that my life has been perfect because perfection is boring to me. I don't want a perfect life. But I will say that those 3 decisions that I made helped me to have a life that has been rich and has been full, not without challenges, certainly not without challenges, and not without setbacks and ups and downs. But those 3 decisions really put me on a path to have a successful life. So what I learned early in life is that sometimes we make choices and sometimes our choices make us. I hope your 2016 is filled with a lot of love, a lot of laughter, and more success than you could ever imagine. I'll see you soon.